Hi all, Cynthia here, back with another layout, and today I'm doing my very first in a traveller's notebook. So I made this traveller's notebook as I'm not exactly sure whether I'm going to like it. I really like the idea of moving to a smaller format away from 12 by 12, but it scares the living daylights out of me. So I thought I would start off doing a little mini album project to see whether I like it. And what I'm going to do is document special little items throughout the house, I guess. So I have, you saw me there, I showed you this photo of a little jar, and then I showed you the main jar. This jar was my mother's, and I can clearly remember opening this jar when I was maybe 8, and smelling it and standing in front of her bedroom mirror, and this was just the smell of my mother that I remember. And today, if I take the lid off, 35 plus years later, I still can smell that smell in the container, and it still just takes me straight back to that spot. So this little jar actually sits out on my scrapbooking table, up on the little area where I can keep some little bits and pieces. And I'm going to start the traveller's notebook with this little jar. And then I'll go through and just document some other stuff that's in the house as well that is important and why it's important to us. So while I've been yaffling on, I pulled out my scrap papers from my stash in a few little purple papers and then some green papers. I'm not exactly sure how I was going to use them, but I had this little stack of specialty papers. So this one's they're very thin. They are, would you call them, I think they could, I don't know. Like, when you get used to get those packs of handmade papers and they'd have all the different textures in it. I think it was a pack of those. So that one on that very light purple on the side is has a real rough texture to it, whereas the one, the bright purple behind this photo is a little bit shiny and it has a real crisscross pattern texture to the paper. So I've printed my photo out in 4x4 and realised that it's barely going to fit, so I've got to get the hang of making sure my photos are a bit smaller, obviously, but just managed to get a bit of layering behind it, and I'm going to put that down. So one of the things I notice with a lot of the traveller's notebooks is a lot of people do some stamping in theirs, and I don't generally stamp on my layout, so I'm going to challenge myself to try to do a little bit of stamping, which I didn't do any in this layout, so we shall see whether I do any in the future. Pulled out the little doily and decided to put that down there. I thought that counterbalanced that page out nicely, and now I'm just going through my stash to see what I can use. Pull out these material, they're sort of like a canvas sticker type of thing. They're very old, from Amy Tangerine, I think they're from. And just going to use the little floral embellishment. Stick the doily down. Thought I might use that little banner because it says a memory recorded, and I think that goes perfectly well, the saying, but the colour's just not quite the same colour. Pull out this little stash here, and I put that little bow just there, and thought I might use this little puffy sticker here, but I don't use that. I only use the bow from this lot. That's from the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams thing. And then I pull out this stack of embellishments, which are from our local reject shop, and they have some beautiful packs of embellishment and scrapbooking supplies. And then I just go through. I don't make you watch me go through the whole container, but I go through and just pull out a big stack of stuff that I think I might use. And here I am back. I put a couple of bits down before I remembered to restart the camera again, but not a great deal. So I'm looking forward to doing this mini album and seeing whether I enjoy a traveller's notebook format. I did do, I should say it's not my first, it's a first for my photos. Quite a few years ago I did some traveller notebook styles for my stepdaughter. So if you follow along, you know that each year I make an album for my stepdaughter for Christmas. One year I did do a traveller's notebook. I think it might have even been 3 inserts, and gave it to her. But now I'm really starting to think about whether I should move to this format altogether. I'm getting very conscious of the amount of space that 12 by 12 are taking up, and you know, the ease of being able to grab them and look at them. So I'm thinking, someone tell me, should I move to a traveller's notebook or something else? I'm not too sure. We'll see. So all I do now is I just go through these embellishments and I see what I can put where, and you know, move things around, and that's about it. I like this lighter colour one there. I think the lighter one looks a little bit better, but I like the saying on this little green one which just says, "This makes me happy," which it does. And I really don't do too much more. I come to the end here in a moment. I don't make you watch me glue it all down. I glue it exactly the same. I go and turn the hot glue gun on and glue it all down. And then I do my journaling off camera as well. So if you've liked this process, give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think. Do you like traveller's notebooks? Do you use them? Until next time, thanks for watching. I will catch you on the next video. Have a lovely day, a lovely week, or a lovely month, and talk to you next time. Bye.